Hello everyone, and a massive welcome to the channel. Now for today's video, we are going to be organising my makeup. For those who don't know, I recently bought lots of new makeup and skincare products because a lot of the makeup that's in here is actually out of date. It's starting to smell a little bit funny and, you know, it just needed replacing. I would usually offer some makeup to my mum, but because it's so old, these are gonna unfortunately all have to go in the bin, or the majority of them are unfortunately going to have to go in the bin today. If you are interested in the new makeup and skincare that I've just bought, I'll leave a link in the description box to that video so you can check it out if you want to. Wow, there is some makeup here in this bag today that I have literally had for about 5 or 6 years. That's a long time to have products. So the first one that I'm pulling out of the bag is this e.l.f. foundation. I actually just purchased some new foundation in this exact same foundation, the exact same shade, everything. So this is now going to go in the bin because, yeah, this is old. Something else that I'm definitely going to need to put in the bin is this bronzer. I've literally had this bronzer. It must have been for nearly 10 years, if not at least 6 or 7 years. Okay, this is an MUA Makeup Academy bronzer in the shade Sun-Kissed Bronze. Urban Decay setting spray. I probably will actually keep this. I've had it for a couple of years, but it still seems to work fine. So I will keep this. There's only, I don't know, maybe that much left in it anyways. So there's not much left. I may as well finish it off before I throw it away. e.l.f. Powder. God, I just couldn't remember the word. This is actually broken. It doesn't fasten anymore. The bit's actually snapped off. So this is very old. And when I say very old, I mean very old, like years and years and years. So that is unfortunately probably going to have to go in the bin now. My trusty contour stick that I must have had for a decade, okay? I literally have not let this go. I don't even know what brand this is because it's just all rubbed off. It's all just rubbed away over time. This can definitely go in the bin because I've got myself some new contour. Foundation. This is Makeup Academy foundation. This can go in the bin. I actually don't mind this foundation. It's a pretty good foundation considering how cheap the brand is. But yeah, I've had it for like 5 or 6 years. And it needs to go in the bin now. Moving on to blush. e.l.f. blush in the shade Berry Merry. I actually really like this blush. It's more of a autumn winter blush, but to be quite honest with you guys, I have recently purchased some new blush and I have had this for a long time, years and years at this point. So I think it's time I said goodbye. Okay, eyeshadow palettes from Jeffree Star. This is the Blood Sugar mini palette. I personally do enjoy this palette, so I don't think I'm quite ready to let go of that yet. I've only had that for a couple of years. Star Ranch palette, I've had this a little while, also from Jeffree Star. Yes, I'll definitely keep that because I love that particular palette. Cavity Skin Frost highlighter palette, I'll probably keep that as well, just because it's got like the 4 separate shades in there and I've not had that for all that long. Another Jeffree Star highlighter, Supreme Frost highlighter in the shade Wet Dream. But if I have all of those, then I don't really need this one too, I suppose. This one's not too old, so what I might do is I might see if my mum wants this actually. Oh, okay, Too Faced blush, another blush. In the shade No Ordinary Love. I actually wore this on my wedding day. It was a nice gentle shade for my wedding day because I didn't want to go too over the top with my makeup. However, it's not a very strong colour. Let me show you guys if I can open this with one hand. There's the shade. okay? It looks like a really nice shade in the palette. It just doesn't give a lot of pigment. Like I said, it was just what I wanted for my wedding day, something nice and simple and plain and nothing too over the top. But it's not really me outside of my wedding day. I like my day-to-day blush to be a little bit stronger than what this is. So I think it's time that I either threw this away or I maybe asked my mum if she wants this actually. Makeup Academy Pro Base Pressed Powder. This can definitely go in the bin. There are no words. Honestly, this is disgusting. I've had this for years. There's no reason to be holding on to this. If you guys can see my daughter just chilling in the background, she gets very curious when I film my videos. So you will often see her like chilling in the background somewhere. She's very curious. Next up is the Urban Decay Pressed Powder. I'm undecided about this product, you guys. I am undecided. I might keep this. I think I will. I think I'll keep that for now and go from there. Makeup sponges. Absolutely disgusting. Needs to go in the bin. I've had them for years. How unhygienic is that? I think this whole video is just me proving how disgusting I can be sometimes. It's all gross. Why don't you come and see with mummy? What are we going to pull out next? Next up are all of these makeup brushes. These can definitely go in the bin because I just bought myself some new brushes. Yeah. The Urban Decay Mascara. I am going to put this in the bin. Shall we move on to the top half now? Shall we move on to this bit? Yeah? We're going to open this bit now, you guys. Ellie is very, very interested in what I'm doing right now. Oh, we got a couple more brushes here that I forgot that I even had. And then this very tiny makeup sponge that I used to use for like under the eyes here to really get into like the corners and like here as well. I used to use it for, but to be honest, I never really used it all that much. So yeah, I've had this for years. I've had these for years. It's time to just throw them in the bin. So this one is the shade Chrysanthemum, and I'm definitely going to be throwing this out. I loved the colour when I first bought this all those years ago, but actually recently I sort of fallen out of love with the colour a little bit, and I don't think it looks as nice on my lips as it used to. So I'm going to be throwing this away. Okay, we have more Jeffree Star lip gloss. This is the Supreme Gloss. 5 here. All in various sort of different shades. I've not had these all that long. They're still in pretty good condition, so I will be keeping these. So this is the All Nighter Urban Decay Primer. I actually quite like this primer, so I will be keeping it for now. There isn't all that much left of it, in all fairness. Unicorn Blood lip liner by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I can't even get the lid off anymore. I've not used this in so long that I can't even, oh, there we go. So I think I'm going to throw this out. And I mean, some of these look fine. I might be tempted to keep this one, if I'm being honest. Next up, Fudge Pop Jeffree Star Liquid Lip. Does it smell okay? I've had this for a while. I think I'm going to throw this one, guys. This is Pumpkin Pie. A lot of Jeffree Star liquid lips, like I said. I've had this for a while. I think it's time that this went as well. Checkmate Liquid Lip. It still smells fine. I think I'll keep that, guys. Problematic. You're right. I think I'll keep this shade just because I do really like wearing this. This is the shade Cherry Soda. This is a nice shade. Oh, I think I might keep it. Last few liquid lips. These two, they are two different shades, but they're just very, very similar. I think I'm going to have to throw these out just because I have had them for a very, very long time. The final product is the shade Coral Fixation in the liquid lipstick. And if I'm being honest, you guys, I absolutely love this shade. It's such a lovely, gorgeous summer colour. However, it is starting to dry up a little bit, so I'm going to have to throw this out. It's always good to have a sort out, and mine is obviously, as you guys can tell, very long overdue. So that's the thing, I like to buy makeup, but sometimes I hate throwing it out, and I will literally hang on to it for as long as humanly possible until it is so gross. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Thank you so much once again, and I very much hope to see you in my next video. Bye everyone.